Welcome back. The results of Idaho's primary election will be certified next week. And while mainstream Republican candidates won most of the top races in the state on Tuesday, it's very clear that Kootenai County voters favored candidates on the far right. So let's dig into the numbers just to give you some perspective. In the race for governor, Kootenai County voters picked Janice McGeehan over incumbent Brad Little by a margin of more than 55% to Little's 39%. McGeehan was endorsed by President Trump and repeatedly criticized Brad Little for his handling of the pandemic in the state, among other issues. Now, statewide, Little did receive more than 52% of the vote. That secures him a place on the ballot in the general election. And if we take a look at the lieutenant governor's race, Kootenai County voters decidedly chose far right again. Priscilla Giddings over House Speaker Scott Bedke. That was again on Tuesday night. She captured almost twice as many votes as Bedke in Kootenai County. Giddings was actually censured for sharing an article that named the woman who was raped by a former Idaho representative. She has been outspoken on the alleged indoctrination also in Idaho schools. Again, statewide, however, she only captured about 42% of the vote, with Bedke advancing to the general election in November. And if Tuesday's vote was a referendum on the pandemic response in schools, Kootenai County voters resoundingly voted against incumbent Sherry Ybarra and in favor of Brandon Durst, who was also censured by Senate Republicans for confronting and threatening a senator. He ran on a platform of parental rights and school choice and was very outspoken about CRT in schools. Once again, Kootenai County voters out of step with the rest of the state, with more than 39% of state voters choosing former State Board of Education President Debbie Critchfield over Durst.